Most people see Maestro as a big, slow meatball.
Why you bully me?
Maybe because he might have been a chef years ago? I've spent 100 hours playing Maestro, and I've learned so much that led to the player that I am today. The problem was, I also learned some things that you should never do in a game. Many times I was on the last round and lost the game because of some little mistake like not getting on cams or maybe getting on cams too much. What am I, a security guard or something? I've been playing Rainbow Six Siege for almost 5 years, racking a total of 9,000 hours across all platforms. Yeah, go touch grass, go get a life. Yeah, listen, but I do this for a living, alright? I want to make sure you guys don't make the same mistakes that I made, and even better, show you guys the things I learned 100 hours of Maestro. Let's start from the beginning. The first 20 hours of playing him was when I first saw the trailer for Maestro back in 2018. I was hyped. A 15-year-old kid watching from school, excited for a new season of Rainbow Six. I mean, now I'm 18. I'm getting old. From the trailer, I thought it was going to be some sort of flamethrower operator, which I was wrong. But he was even better than that. A walking armory tank, literally. Back then, Maestro had ACOG on his LMG. Let's just take 5 seconds to pay Fs for Maestro's ACOG. Alright, back to the video. And a deployable shield? Like what? And of course, his 2 evil eyes that shoot tasers that were bulletproof. He was one of the strongest operators in the game back then. The problem was, I never played him, nor thought I would spend 100 hours playing the damn guy. I was some Vigil Twitch main crackhead for the longest time until I made the switch over to PC. And as you guys know, I play in Challenger League, which is a level right before Pro League. My dream one day is to lift that hammer too. I was watching a lot of Pro League back then when I switched over to PC, and I happened to see the man himself in action. Maestro was broken in Pro League.
The same story for Hot and Cold, and there goes Cameraman. It's one shot for 9XT, one shot for Mav, and Hot and Cold will win this out. Only 26 bullets left in that Alda, but that's plenty, and he knows this low HP. He can use his evil eyes to win this. There's still 40 seconds left, so this is not a rush situation for FaZe. They will pick up Cameraman, so we're back to a 1-on-3. The tension is huge. Well, Evil Eye going to be a massive factor here for Hot and Cold if he can play this correctly. He cannot vault this, so he'll prep it, but that'll give away his rotation and his intentions. It doesn't seem that 9XT has noticed this, though. It doesn't seem like there's a camera, and there's a nice kill for Hot and Cold. He only needs 2 more, and they're both still very low. He can deny the plant with the Evil Eye and just keep himself alive. 19 bullets, so he's got to be careful with that ammunition counter, and here's the denial! It's gonna work! Oh my God! 5 seconds, and Cameraman has to rush! Will he land the shot? Oh! Incredible!
One of the finest clutches I have seen, and that gives Dark Zero the first half.
After seeing how good Maestro was, I just had to try him myself. Once I played my first game with him, the limit was the stars. The first 20 hours was pretty easy for the most part. I used to love playing Echo, which is another operator that sits around on his cameras all day. Remember, it's not lazy, it's efficient. So a lot of my roots learning the ins and outs of playing support for my team actually came naturally when playing Maestro. I learned the basics of holding sight, and it was actually a key factor to help me from going from a hard stuck gold to now a champion today. These fundamentals carried on with me for my journey later on in Siege.
Why you acting different when the camera's on? Why you acting different like your paper long? 8 day wake up and I thank God. Bad decision got you wishing you could say nah. My city gritty, you could get hit any day now. On my mama, I'ma move my family way out. With some 20s, 50s, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, zillions. I'm talking Amazon money, talking so much money I could mess around and buy Amazon. I've been winning, I'm like, why me? I heard these labels wanna buy me. I don't need you, boo, I style me. I roll G's and they grind me. Now I'm on my game, nothing is the same. Who am I to blame? Money made me change. Cardi in my ring when I'm switching lanes. Money in the carry on them Boeing planes. Money in the carry on them Boeing planes. Now I got a
Around 40 hours was when the learning really ramped up. I was now playing up against platinums and diamonds. The problem was, I kind of was still a hard stuck plat 3, not gonna lie. I had times where I couldn't hold my weight against these players and I felt like I wasn't good enough. But once I got the fundamentals down, it boosted my overall skills. As a side player, you are the backbone of your team's defense. During my 100 hours of Maestro, I never roamed off site. He's a slow, chunky operator that can take a hit and get back up. You need to make sure sight is clear of any potential sneak attacks from the attackers. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Ember Eyes Ash crouch walking up the staircase. I'm looking at you. In the prep phase, you should be covering a lot of your team's setup, such as rotations and reinforcements. Get it done early so you don't die to a crouch walking F2 crouching up behind you. Trust me, I speak from experience. I was making a rotate and I was caught lacking. Being a good support player on your team consists of giving constant info to the roamers offsite and slowing down any attacking setup like drones and utility. Being the chunky meatball you are mostly in charge of being on the cameras the whole round for your team. The more you sharpen the basics of your support role, the better Maestro player that you can be.
One's on breach. Oh, close
20
breach.
HP in bathroom is like 2.
Hey, on breach, planning. Planning on white van. One's above. They're gonna want your above.
Okay, watch out for that hole above.
That's a future.
Push through breach, Sophia. You're gonna go for, yeah, planning.
You can tell it. Yo, she can pick herself up. Remember that.
One yellow.
She can pick herself up.
Going up for pickup, yep.
Nice. Grab one.
Good shit,
You're so good.
We all did our jobs,
You're
nice.
so good.
Good job, everyone.
Bob and weave, bob and weave.
Around 60 hours is when I really started grinding for Diamond and Champion. We're getting close to the 100 hours of Maestro. He has now become my favorite defender in the game and nothing was stopping me from going on him. Wait, like playing him. Oh, you know what? Just forget I said that. But the problem was I had too many bad habits as a Siege player in general. At times, I would be on cameras too long, or I would be putting my evil eyes in the wrong position. It lost me so many games and nights of wondering why I suck so much. Eventually, I got out of my head and I started learning the advanced ways of Maestro. I've played with a bunch of high-level players, which made me better habits. I got good at making sight rotations with my secondary pistol, which is the Bailiff. It's like a mini shotgun that can really make work in the right hands of a good player. Like I said, as a Maestro main, you're doing the most of your setup in the prep phase, making sight angles, reinforcing, even sitting on cams most of the round. If I'm sitting on cameras most of the time, it better be effective for my team. Placing your evil eyes in the right positions could be round changing. You can zap a ton of drones, which could be crucial information to the enemy team, leaving them low on info. You can even zap their toes for fun. But most importantly, you are the strongest plant denial. Obviously besides smoke and C4s, but you guys get it. Placing good cameras is not like a Valkyrie camera where you need to see a lot. Vision isn't really important when you literally have thermal vision. Rather, getting the right angle to use your thermal vision for some cheeky plant denial spots. Use that thermal vision to get some cheeky plant denials angles. With the cameras being bulletproof, try not to put them too far off the site. They can be easily destroyed without the help of your defense. I was so good at using his cameras, which eventually made ranked really fun, and most importantly, I was winning a lot of games. One trick that really helped me get to diamond level that I use all the time, and is a key skill to make sure that I even use today, is impact tricking. Learning how to impact trick enemy hard breach utility really makes it that much harder, thus you increasing the chances of you winning the round. If you can successfully impact trick a wall or a hatch that is the enemy team really relies on getting open, you jeopardize their push and force them to come through side doorways, and that's when you hold the LMG and watch the kill feed light up. But there were some things that I didn't learn that was the real game changer.
Counting down, tick tock, and the time is running out. No first class ticket. We're crashing down, no money that can buy your way out. Go ahead and try it, 'cause you had, 'cause you had, 'cause you had your time.
I have reached roughly 80 hours of Maestro, and it was mostly spent in Diamond Nilo. I learned some of the most important skills during this time and throughout my 100 hours of Maestro. These last 20 hours is when I really learned my most important skills of my journey. I've come a long way as a Maestro main and support player, but there were some things holding me back in my playstyle as a player lacked overall. Some rounds I would be on cams way too long and not making an impact on the round. I never noticed it too much, but it was equal to literally being a 4v5. In terms of gun power, I wasn't really there. I had one of the best guns on defense and only showed up when I needed to clutch around or towards the last minute of the round, which is totally okay and is actually still a good thing too. But I learned something that made me even a better player today: the ability to turn on that secret switch. Knowing when to be a passive versus aggressive is something I wish I did sooner. Whenever there was a site rush, I would be the first gun to shoot and often come out on top of my gunfights. When a teammate died, he would be in charge of my cameras while I stayed gun up. That's a general rule. If you're alive, you shouldn't be on cams if your dead teammates are already. When my LMG has 81 bullets, do not be afraid to pre-fire. It's better to pre-fire mildly than die with all the bullets without the opportunity of killing anyone. If you're going to swing someone, let the choppers sing and the enemy should be dusted. If you're a walking turret, even after one fight, be ready for the next attacker, as you will not need to reload often. When the round comes to a close, reload all of your weapons, including the LMG, before 30 seconds. You should have enough ammo to hold off any execute and lay covering fire for your teammates. Generally, as a side player, you are the last line of defense from the enemy planting the bomb, and that is your strongest moment of the round. One of the greatest skills Maestro has given me as a player is being alive the entire round. And I'm not talking about keeping my KD ratio safe, but from the beginning of the round to I'm setting up my sight for success, mid-round I'm making constant effort to deliver information of how to deny the enemy push. And towards the end of the round, I'm getting free kills with my LMG and even denying the plant. That's why I'm the player I am today. Reaching 100 hours of Maestro taught me many things that not only improved my support skills, but overall improvement in the high ranks of this game. With great gadgets, health, and an LMG, they only work to impact the round if you have the confidence to. Take gunfights when you have to, and use your cameras to deny plants and zap enemy utility. Maestro allows me to be effective the entire round from start to finish. Having a constant impact throughout the round is what a great player can make happen. From destroying utility by impact tricking to knowing when you need to let the LMG sing to even out the man count, Maestro can be that guy to win the round for your team. Thank you for watching. If this video did help you or you learned something new, I appreciate it if you left a like on the video and subscribe to support the channel as well. If you want to learn how to anchor sight better and win more games, check out my Why guide, and if you want to rank up a little bit faster, also check out the smoke guide as well. There's so much information that you need to learn, so don't miss out. Keep up the positive vibes, and I hope you win your next rank game.